It's the girl, Lady J, back with the bullshit. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and keep it cute in them comments, baby. Do you hear me?
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, 7T. It's the girl, Lady J, back bringing you my usual, just my thoughts, commentary, and opinions on your favorite ladies in the female rap game. Now, obviously, it's some bullshit going on with my voice. I done caught a little cold, which is why I've been going longer than usual, because you know I really don't go no more than 4 days in between videos. But baby, I got a cold, my daughter got a cold, and my schedule been busy, so yeah. But I'm back, here to give you my thoughts, commentary, and opinions, so you know, while you here, you might as well like, comment, share, and subscribe. And, you know, follow me on my socials at Southern T with 2 A's at the end. So let's go ahead and get into the first topic that I would like to get into is the queen of the rap shit herself, okay? Miss Onika Tanya, Miss Riverby the Sleets. So the Recording Academy, a.k.a. them people down there at the Grammys, they done put together an article that's highlighted the top 50 hip-hop artists who have changed the game and trajectory of hip-hop, you know, to honor this year being the 50th anniversary of hip-hop. So y'all already know I like to highlight the women in rap over here. So as far as the women on the list, you have Lauryn Hill, Lil' Kim, Missy Elliott, Roxanne Shante, and of course, Onika Tanya. So out of the 50 people listed, only 5 or 10% were women, so I found that a little interesting. Nevertheless, all 5 of those women have impacted hip-hop in a major way, so I'm not going to sit up here and act like they didn't deserve to be on the list. However, I found it interesting that a certain female rapper was not included on this top 50 list because y'all swear she done changed the game so much and influenced it so much. Got the new girlies want to be like her so much and got her thinking the same thing, but yet she ain't on this list. I found that interesting, and I'm going to leave that up to your imagination. Okay, anyway, this is what, you know, they had to say about Nicki Minaj. And I'm only really mentioning Nicki because out of those 5 women I named, she's really the only one musically still making noise and active on the scene, okay, years after or years into her career. So this is what they had to say. Nicki Minaj rewrote the rules of hip-hop through her unparalleled rhyming ability and arsenal flows, a collection of character-driven voices, and crossover success. As a result, she single-handedly elevated female rap in the mainstream in the 2010s. Her reign came during a time when hip-hop was still considered to be a male-dominated terrain. Nonetheless, she proved female rappers can keep up with the boys, though she regularly surpassed them in skill level. Her genre-bending hits showcase her versatility, and her writing and performance talents make her one of the hottest commodities in music. She not only took risks, she made hits. Counting 132 entries, Nicki Minaj holds the record for the most Billboard Hot 100 hits by a woman rapper. Thanks to Nicki Minaj, or Nicki Lewinsky, Nicki the Ninja, you know what it is, a new generation of female rap superstars gained the courage to make their own magic. And, excuse me, I told you, I'm sorry, y'all got to deal with my wheezing and shit, but you know. And I found that to be really hella dope and obviously accurate. And y'all can say what y'all want, but whatever help you sleep better at night at this point. Like it or not, Nicki Minaj is the best female rapper to ever do it. And no, that's not my opinion. I'm telling you, that's a fact. When you're talking about impact, when you're talking about numbers, when you talk about influence, fans, visuals, the time, the dedication she put in the game, her lyricism, you know she gonna come with the bars, the punchlines, the metaphors, the flow, the double entendres. She know how to storytell and gonna do all of that on a hit song. Like, I mean, she checks off all of the boxes, and that's why these hoes, and I think they envy her artistry, and it's something that a lot of these girls be low-key studying. High-key, really. Because, you know, she is the standard and that girl, and she sets that goal. And that is exactly why I feel like so many of the girls be upset when they don't get that cosign or collaboration. Because in order to be the best, you got to be around the best. And Nicki ain't, you know, she really picky and choosy who she give her time to, because she know half of these hoes is fake and want to use her for a come up like that one horse did. And that's my opinion. And you humbly kiss the blackest crack of my ass. But that's just how I feel. But I mean, y'all, let me know what you think. You know, meanwhile, you know, yesterday, the anniversary of Nicki's 4th album, Queen, which, you know, to me is literally iconic. Let me know what your favorite tracks are on the album. But me personally, is definitely Sir. Her lyrical ability on that song to this day is just top tier. But, you know, I still love that record with Ariana Grande and Ganja Burns. But I feel like that record with Ariana Grande was low-key underrated. Like, it had got a video and everything, but, you know, with the Hate Train era, that was literally probably my favorite song from that album. But, yeah, I feel like that was underrated. Nip Tuck is my backup. Love Nip Tuck. Miami, Really like the whole project slapped. So, you know, but Sir and Bid and Nip Tuck in Miami, those is heavy in rotation. But you know, I love all the songs on the album. Now, congratulations are in order to the Queen, because Super Freaky Girl in less than a year has sold 3 million units in the United States. So congratulations to Nicki. Remember, that's also the last female rap song to debut at #1, bitch, okay? Now, I don't know if it's because she just been killing shit and dominating and his bestie hasn't, but Jason Lee, okay, was talking to T.S. Madison in an interview. And of course, he had to bring up Nicki Minaj because she is an obsession. But, you know, what's new? Now, Jason Lee basically he asked T.S. Madison how she feels about Nicki Minaj, and she says she loves Nicki Minaj and always will. And she kind of also checked Jason about trolling Nicki. Even though I wouldn't call it trolling, I would call it defamation. But Jason Lee admitted that he asked T.S. Madison to basically help prepare the relationship with Nicki, and T.S. Madison rightfully said no, okay? Because, nigga, you got yourself X'd out the kingdom. Fix it your damn self. So take a listen.
All right, this next person, Nicki Minaj.
I love Nicki Minaj. I love Nicki Minaj. I'm going to always and forever love Nicki Minaj. Always. I actually was talking to her the other day, and actually we were texting. I was supposed to talk to her to see was she busy this week while I was here.
I asked you to help me piece it up with her. You refused to help.
I didn't refuse to help. I just said, girl, now you know.
The thing about it is, I've said so many times in different interviews that she's iconic, she's legendary.
But you've also said naughty things.
Whoa, because
you've said naughty things.
I'm a troll.
No, Jason, you've said, then don't troll her. You said naughty things, and I've actually called you on the phone. Now why you did that?
Okay, so here's the deal. In my commitment to you, her friend, and to her right now on the show, I will never troll Nicki Minaj again.
Thank you.
No more jokes, no more
Thank you.
shade, none of that.
Thank you.
Can you tell her, can you try to help us piece it up? All right, this next person.
So let me know what you think about that below. Now, I think it's fucking hilarious, being that Jason Lee has literally slandered Nicki Minaj just to praise and uplift Cardi B, and Kim Barbie does it too, I honestly feel like. Now, here this big bag nigga go, wanting to come back into the Queen's good graces. Like, I hope Nicki continues to pay him dust. She must have sent that paperwork to that ass. But honestly, to me, he really just want her on that show for clicks, views, and ratings. If he gets Nicki on his show, it will be his most watched and record-breaking show in his career. And that's facts. More views than he's ever gotten. And Nicki knows that too, which is why I feel like she should continue to pay him dust. All these people want to use her, I feel like, but was the main ones leading the hate train parade 5 years ago. So, you know, let me know your thoughts on it below. The topic I want to get into is Megan. So if you ain't already know, Tory was sentenced Tuesday. It was Monday, but it extended into Tuesday. He was sentenced to 10 out of the 13 years that the prosecution was aiming for. Now, that is a whole decade. That's a lot of time. A decade, a lot happens within a decade. Like, I was in 11th grade a decade ago. So, I mean, his son will be damn near finna graduate high school, which, you know, it's unfortunate. I don't feel like there was any winners in this situation at all. Like, nobody won. However, because I have experience somewhat with the judicial system and the courts, not because I was a criminal child, I don't think he will be serving the full 10 years. You know, a lot of times the time be suspended, or they'll let him out early, or he can go before the parole committee and they decide to let him go earlier. So, you know, I believe Tory's lawyer said he is appealing his case, which I would do too. Because to me, this case was not proven beyond reasonable doubt at all. I still feel like most people are left confused about what really happened, which is why it's crazy to me that they would give him 10 years when there's a question or a lack thereof of DNA, unreliable witnesses, agendas and narratives being pushed to the media. So because of that, I feel like the appeals process could actually be in his best interest with the lawyer he has now, because there was just so many holes in the case from the get-go. And unfortunately, in Megan's story, I know the hotties don't want to admit it, but Megan's recollection of events has changed numerous times, and most of it conflicting with the evidence. Like, nobody understands how she heard dance bitch when Kelsey was closer to Tory than Megan. Nobody knows how she seen Tory shoot her when her back was turned, okay? His fingerprints is not on the magazine of a gun that was fired allegedly 5 times, which even the forensic DNA specialist attested to being very odd. That's not even scratching the surface when it comes to the conflicts in this case. On top of that, Megan is now, did I forget where the bullets at? They lost the bullets because there wasn't no bullets. On top of that, Megan is now asking that her ex-BFF Kelsey, the one who she was, fucking in behind because she was smashing Tory when he was still messing around with Kelsey, she is now asking the judge to hold Kelsey in contempt of court because Kelsey didn't show up to a disposition that Megan feels like would help her in her trial she got coming up with 1501. So she want phone records and whatnot turned over. But here's my thing. Megan, been in the courts more than she's been in a studio. Are you a music artist or a goddamn victim now and an activist? Like, you got some nerve if you think a bitch supposed to help you after you betrayed her trust more than once. Because let's not forget, Tory was not the first nigga you was fucking in behind your best friend. So I feel like Megan got some nerve trying to get Kelsey held in contempt of court, which you can go to jail for. So this bitch just want to throw everybody in jail when she is the root cause of all of this, if you ask me. You was the one fucking on your best friend boy toy behind her back more than once. You the one invited Tory to the party, got jealous, and forced him to leave with you and your best friend while y'all was drunk and cost that man potentially the next decade of his life. Y'all can coddle Megan all y'all want to, but your thoughts won't change my opinion, especially when I didn't see the details and facts for myself and y'all are going off of headlines of social media pages. Megan is now a professional victim, and honestly, I don't see her career withstanding another 3 to 5 years if I'm being honest. So I feel like Megan is going to need one hell of a team when she hits the scenes again. Because if you haven't already seen, people is not here or happy with Megan. And Joe Budden called it. In my last video, I played the clip where Joe Budden basically said when Megan comes back, if Tory is sentenced to a harsh time, which he was, Joe Budden said he felt like the support for Megan would be like 60-40. 60% roughly with support and 40% would withdraw their support. But honestly, that 40% is really like 45% because, baby, them comments was loud. Do you hear me? I'm talking about 10K plus likes defending Tory under Megan's Instagram post. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Megan got off social media or if she turned off her comments because she's getting a lot of backlash, okay? I literally scrolled through the first 7, 8, 9 pics in the comments and literally all I seen was backlash, okay? Multiple outlets with big platforms have taken a poll, some even that sided with Megan like Vlad, but more people after that poll, they felt like Megan was not honest. And more people than are not happy with Megan than they are. And y'all can say, oh, it's not Megan's fault, Megan didn't press charges and blase, but let's not forget that the state didn't pick those charges up until Megan went on live saying Tory shot her in both feet. Okay, she hand wrote a whole letter to the judge advocating for no mercy to be shown on him. She wanted the max, the full 13 years. So, I mean, it is what it is. But one thing I know, and two for sure, Megan's career is not going to be the same. I don't care. It already hasn't really been the same. And she was doing all right before, but now I don't know about that. And how is it that Tory got more monthly streams and Spotify listeners than you, and you're the victim? That's interesting. I think the sales and streams are going to be lower because, like I said, Tory has a lot of supporters who like his music. But honestly, what is really telling to me is how literally none of Megan's peers have come out in support after her sentencing. Like, literally no one. No one that I've seen in the industry, especially amongst the female rap girlies, not even Cardi. And Cardi loved to be these bitches' fake friend. I haven't seen anyone say anything. And that to me is very, very telling. Instead, let me turn that off, y'all. I'm sorry, that's my emails going off the chain. Instead, you see people liking what others call to be shady posts, and people like Heather Rose saying she finna, delete Megan's music and shit, but no one coming forward offering public support and signing with Megan despite her being dragged. That says a lot to me, and it speaks to what Joe Budden said. A lot of people in the industry, they know what's up, even Cardi, okay? Because Cardi and her BFF, T Styles, he shows support for Tory. And Cardi's supposed to be cool with Megan, according to y'all. And Cardi ain't even said shit about it. And why would she have someone close in her entourage post shit and not tell them to take that shit down? I'm telling you, these people know what's up. You got celebrities showing support for Tory more than Megan. And word on the street is she was waiting until Tory got sentenced to put another project or at least new music out. And if that's the case, I think that's ass backwards if you ask me. Because you should have been putting out music since the trial verdict when people were still, testing the waters and really didn't know which way to go. Now people know which way to go. They feel like they have enough evidence and know that you was a lying ass bitch. I mean, love Megan or dislike Megan, she lied. Okay, she lied. Admit that she lied multiple times throughout the case. So let me know your thoughts. So the next topic I want to get into is City Girl JT. So JT liked the post that people feel like was shade of Megan. Now she did eventually unlike it. I don't know if it's because Roland Ray called her out or what, but going back to that Heather Rose situation, Heather Rose had posted this. I had just deleted all three of MeganTheeStallion songs on my phone. She did wrong and she know it. A grazed pinky toe don't equate to 10 years. And okay? Child, let me know what you think about it below. But I would like to add, there is no evidence of any bullets. Like, they say that there were bullet fragments that were quote-unquote lost in police possession. And if you have been a shooting victim, you would know if she got shot in both feet, which Megan initially said, she would not have been twerking on stage a week later. And that's some facts for your ass, bitch. Call it what it is. I'm not blindly supporting a black woman because she's a black woman. Y'all see what happened with Carly Russell, okay? But our girls lie too. People lie, period. I go on the facts. So anyway, that's what Heather Rose had tweeted, and the Shade Room had reposted it, and they reposted that JT liked the post, and they messy asses, of course. They gonna post that type of shit, and of course the Megan fans took it as shade. Well, back to my comment about no public support. Why are her peers doing shit like this but not coming out and supporting her? Why is it her peers can like type of shit like this but show no support, no public support? And you think it ain't more to something that we don't know? You's a damn fool, because why would JT like this post? And she didn't address it on top of that because honestly, she probably don't give a damn. And to me, that tells a lot, because silence is the loudest response, in my opinion. And that's what it's been as it pertains to support from Megan. Silence. So, I mean, it is what it is. I honestly don't think JT should have liked it for political purposes, but I mean, she did. So it is what it is. It just kind of speaks to how she might feel about that situation because, JT and Megan are supposed to have been cool. Why didn't she like a post showing support? So, I mean, y'all let me know what's tea below. Now, real quick, before I get off Megan, Iggy Azalea was also under fire by the hotties because Megan Cuniff, the white lady that looked like Edna Mode from The Incredibles, she was giving all the court updates on the case. She said Iggy Azalea was one of the 70-something odd letters that the judge had gotten because, he had character statements that people were making on Tory's behalf, and Iggy was one of them. And I think so was Mario, which, I mean, again, celebrities showing public support for Tory and not Megan. Interesting. Anyways, Tory had character statements that people wrote on his behalf, and Iggy was one of them, which isn't surprising because, it was rumors about them dating last year when it was getting close to trial. Now, apparently, Iggy thought her statement would not be made public, so when it was, she had tweeted, "I really hate that this is today's discourse online because it's not really an explosive revelation. Yeah, he should be held accountable. No, the charges don't warrant 5+ years. And for the record, I have not been in touch with Tory for months. I have no reason to be, but I wish him well. I don't support anyone. The whole thing is full of oddities. My letter never mentioned anything in regard to what happened that night. I was told for the judge. I told this was only for the judge, yet it's being discussed in public. I never intend to publicly comment." Remember that. Let that sink in and think about how many people in the industry feel how Iggy feel. They have a comment but not making it publicly because it counters the support for Megan. Anyways, continuing, she said, "I am not in support of throwing anyone's life away if we can give reasonable punishments that are rehabilitative instead, like rehab. I support prison reform, period. I was asked to write about my genuine experience and the type of punishment I think he deserves, and I did. It's not really that interesting, but I understand why it's being sensationalized. See you next week to discuss pizza toppings, I suppose. LOL." So let me know what you think about it. I found really nothing wrong with what Iggy did. However, I do think she only addressed it because of the narrative that she supports Tory. And, she got a business, a brand to think about, which, girl, do you? Because you was parading around with him last year and sent a letter. So, if that's how you feel, why was you doing that last year right before trial? So, there must be something you feel is worth supporting him for and advocating for on his behalf, which ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay? So, she said what she said. And I feel like it's facts. And honestly, I feel like that's how a lot of people feel, especially Megan's peers. Like Iggy said, it's too many oddities that make it hard to just flat out support anyone, let alone Megan. Now, somebody leaked Iggy's whole letter, and I'm not reading that long-ass dissertation, but she basically was speaking for Tory in a positive way and speaking on his character. And it was also revealed that, she hadn't talked to Tory since February and seen him since last year of October. So Iggy said, I really wish people would read and also take into account context. I'm not trying to get anyone out. I have never said I think he should not be held accountable or serve time, ever. It's a letter about the sentence he was going to be handed, and as we all know, that was a minimum 5 years. A life sentence here in the letter is 5 years, not freedom. You got to do English class over. And this is when Iggy started to irritate me because, girl, you wrote the letter. We read it. We saw it. We saw what you said in the letter. And you specifically said, I would not write to you on behalf of an abuser. So, love, just say you publicly was distancing yourself, but privately supporting him behind closed doors. And I feel like that's how it is with a lot of people in the industry right now. You had him about to executive produce your album right before the trial. So, girl, bye. And word on the street is she got new music coming too, so go figure. But y'all let me know what you think below. Speaking of shade, baby, the next topic I want to get into is Ice Spice. Because fans feel like she was throwing a little shade towards the caramel latte. Child, excuse me. Y'all, I'm at Latto. I honestly was thinking about that caramel latte I had from McDonald's earlier. Y'all, excuse me. It's still morning time over here. Okay. Anyways, Latto. Anyway, Ice Spice was accepting her Billboard award for Rookie of the Year, and fans thought it was interesting that she was like, and my fans, thank you to my fans. Because Latto, got that viral snippet from when she won that EBT award, going viral. She was talking about it, my man, thank you to my man. Okay? So take a look.
My man, thank you to my man.
And to my fans, thank you to my fans, period.
Let me know what you think below. If you feel like it could be shade, let me know. If not, let me know. Ooh, excuse me, but I'm not no slow hoe, and I could never be in denial about something that is, staring me right in my face. Do I believe it was shade? Abso-fucking-lutely. And am I mad at it? No. And y'all maddies shouldn't be either. Y'all ain't have shit to say when Latto been going on stage, performing Put It on the Flow, and steady sniffing imaginary coke, okay? Y'all ain't had nothing to say when Latto was being funny in interviews and slick throwing shade. Y'all ain't had nothing to say about Latto when she copied Doechie's speech after Doechie thanked Nicki at the Billboard Women in Music Awards. Y'all ain't have nothing to say when Latto steady be throwing shade at Ice in her music. Oh, but I forgot. Y'all bitches love to pick and choose what and who to address. So what if Ice Spice was being shady? So what? Latto been being shady all damn year, so who cares? If you are a music artist, who would you rather be thanking that's contributed to your musical success? Your married-ass man or your dedicated fans? So yeah, I think it's a flex, and I think that's exactly what Ice is doing, flexing because she has legit fans. And that's been proven when she goes outside and when she drops music, and that's how I feel about it. What Latto gonna do? Stay on the flow? Oh, okay. You let me know what you think below. So speaking of shade, once again, some fans feel like Leray was being shaded by Dave's Loaf child. So it was revealed by the Neighborhood Talk that Leray has a new song coming out with Roy Woods, and it sounds like it can be a vibe. Honestly, I've always personally liked Roy Woods' music, so let me know what you think about that collaboration. Now, when this was posted, someone had commented, she really stole Dave's entire sound and vocal aesthetic. And then someone else said, nothing against Coy, but where is Dej? They basically share a vocal coach. And to both of these comments, Dej Loaf did respond with laughing emojis. And this would not have been the first time Dej Loaf addressed comments like this, because a couple of years ago, I believe Coy was very upset that people were comparing her to Dej. And she basically said she wasn't inspired by Dej, and she don't think she sounds like Dej Loaf and all of that crock bull shit, okay? Loaf is entitled to feel how she want to feel, because despite me liking a lot of Koi's music, what I'm not going to do is play crazy and act like I don't hear Loaf influence. And Loaf was popping at the time when, you know, it was my last year of high school, and me and Koi is the same age. She was in the industry, so I know she's cap if she's saying she wasn't inspired by Loaf, because they sound too similar. And I do think Dej feels some type of way, but to be fair, girl, what happened to you? Where's the music at? Where you been? It's like, you know, you was hot one day and then we ain't hear from you no more. Koi came in and filled that void, so it's like, in a way, girl, can you really be mad? Then again, I would low-key be salty if, you know, a bitch tried to stun on me like she wasn't inspired when she was. So let me know what you think about it below, and do you think Koi is Deja's son? Speaking of Koi revealed that her EP Blue Moon is not only dropping this month, but will consist of 5 songs. Let me know if you're here for that. I mean, y'all already know. Like I say, I'm still confused on why another project is coming out when the second album dropped not even 2 months ago. Like, is you not pushing none of those songs? I see you out here recording videos for, you know, the Blue Moon project, but you didn't really record too much videos for your album. Okay, no visuals at all. And this is my problem with her first album as well. Great music, but girl, you don't push it and you had no visuals. You just all over the place. You was not Beyonce. But y'all let me know your thoughts below. So the next topic I want to get into is Cardi B. So y'all's quote-unquote superstar, okay, has debuted with her hubby at number 55 on this week's Billboard Hot 100 with their song Jealousy. So, you know, y'all can list every excuse you can think of to the moon and back, and not one is going to excuse this flop-ass shit, okay? This song had a whole music video with a budget. They had their kids in there, celebrity cameos, got a whole white woman who was an A-list actress, had promotion, did lives, the whole 9, and not even cracked the top 50. This is a flop, even after all the stunts and the gimmicks. Her records live where again? I'm confused, okay? Because this couldn't even crack the top 50. It's like she's getting lower and lower with every drop. The song with Glory Hallelujah, granted, did good. Then she got on a song with Latto, had to beg for it to go to the top 15. Did a song with Fendi, debuted in the 80s, dropped off the charts a week later. 2 weeks later, you drop a song with Offset, and you can't even crack the top 50. Like, girl, this is a mess. And when Cardi get ready to drop her solo music, I do not think the budget is going to be the same. Think about it, okay? It's not, I wouldn't say anything. I really wouldn't have anything much to say had this song had no music video, okay? Or if it was a surprise drop, I wouldn't have much to say. But the fact that y'all promoted this song weeks before it dropped and y'all did a music video, baby, this is sad, okay? So, yeah, that's how I feel about it. Like, I just really don't feel like her label is trying to really give her that budget that she wants, because they're not happy with her and the outcome. Like, she hasn't put out a song or a collaboration that has done extremely well, like a Barbie World or a Princess Diana type shit. But even after all these 50-11 collaborations she's had, you know, she ain't had it yet. So let me know what you think below. Now, speaking of Cardi B, you know, she got to do a PR stunt when she, you know, feel like she ain't been talked about a few days. It ain't been trending, and, you know, especially since that flop-ass song landed at number 55, even after all the PR stunts, promotion, and budget. And, you know, the main thing is she can always rely on to get her name brought in a conversation is this controversial hair shit. Cardi B literally does this at least once a year with this hair care bullshit. For one, Cardi is not a black woman, in case you didn't know, and she does not have 4C hair, okay? And no, I'm not saying all black women have 4C hair. Obviously not. But a large portion do, myself included. I would be smoking a sick dick if I ever took hair growth advice from a bitch who cosplays as a black woman just because she got, you know, what y'all call to be textured hair. I don't give a damn how her hair looks. It's not my hair type. Her hair care regimen is not my hair care regimen. What works for Cardi B does not work for me. And what works for you, okay? Y'all slow asses don't even be understanding a lot of the shit that a lot of this hair growth shit has to do with your genetics and environmental factors, like how well do you take care of your hair. You don't need all these 50-11 products on your hair for it to grow at all. Our ancestors didn't need it, we don't either. Black folks' hair is like grass. High porosity, you put water on it, and the shit gonna soak up the moisture, okay? That's the first thing you need to grow and take care of your hair is moisture. Y'all slow hoes will go in there and do your hair, putting all this product on it and oils, just locking in dryness, no moisture whatsoever. Water is the moisture. The oil is what locks it in. All I use is oil and water, and that does wonders for my hair. Wash it every couple of weeks with my chosen shampoo and conditioner, okay, period. Y'all putting on this bullshit in your hair because a mixed race Latina did it is crazy to me, especially if you're a black woman. So Cardi said, you know, My hair has grown so much. Let me know if y'all want a video of my homemade hair oil, handmade by me. And somebody responded and said, Black women wanting hair growth tips and oils from her is crazy. And this tweet did viral because a lot of people agree. And someone responded and said, y'all really don't see how Latinas selling hair growth oil to Black women could be misleading? A bunch of fried eggs. And Cardi responded and said, I'm not even selling anything, you dumbass bitch. I've been showing my hair growth journey to my fans since 2016. And then here she go with posting the old pictures and shit. And she's like, this me as a child. This me as a teenager. This me in my early 20s and now. Everyone wants to blame my hair growth on genetics, but where was the genetics when I was in school? The facts are you need hair care products and good care that works for you to maintain it and keep it healthy. Sometimes it's not even about growth. It's about keeping it healthy, and growth comes. Okay, girl. Again, you need moisture and oil, period. Y'all can add all of that in, but it's not necessary. But literally all our ancestors used was water and oil, hot oil at that, and comb and brush that shit. Wash it bi-weekly. Caking all of that stuff on your head, though, was just wild to me. And then she say, where was this growth as a kid? Bitch, was your hair still not growing? I mean, you weren't born with all the hair you ever have. Like, I'm confused. And then let's not talk about the damage a lot of teenagers' hair suffer because they be fucking with all that dye-in product. They be going through that experimental phase, so it could have been fried from all that flat iron and heat. So, I mean, y'all let me know your thoughts below, but I honestly would not be surprised if Cardi was getting ready to release a song or if her rollout was coming soon. You know, all she was waiting on is to see when Nicki album come out, and, you know, that's when she can get the ball rolling to take notes, in my opinion. Because, girl, your team and you been saying there's an album since 2019, and, girl, even January this year, your team said to expect an album early 2023. Girl, bye. Y'all let me know what you think below. Now, the last topic I want to get into are the VMAs. So the VMAs have come out with their nominations, and per usual, you know, I like to highlight the women in rap. Soon to come, the ladies in R&B as well. Ooh, excuse me. I just have to plan through this crazy schedule of mine, baby. Do you hear me? But anyway, Nicki Minaj and Doja Cat are the only rap girlies nominated for Video of the Year. Doja is nominated for Attention, which I feel is kind of odd because I don't know. I just feel like it low-key came out. I don't know. Nicki is nominated for Super Freaky Girl, which aesthetically wise I feel is more appealing and digestible than the Attention video. If you ask me, I wasn't feeling that Attention video. I wasn't feeling that shit. So if I had to pick between the two, I would vote Super Freaky Girl. Doja and Nicki are also the only rap girls to be nominated for Artist of the Year. Congratulations to both of them. Which, I mean, Beyonce and Taylor is also in this category, so it can really go anyway. I think Nicki has put in a lot of work last year and this year. She's been extremely consistent with the solo music and the collaborations and the visuals. So I would like to see it go to Nicki. I feel like she deserves it because I feel like Doja was on hiatus the first half of the year when she wasn't online cussing out her fans 10 ways to Sunday. I'm upset because Beyonce ain't put out a lick of visuals for Renaissance. Taylor Swift has never done it for me and has never been it for me. So I just think Nicki deserves. But you know how they like to do, Black women, child. Now, amongst the rap girls nominated for the Best New Artist, we got Callie, Glorilla, and Ice Spice. And honestly, I think that's going to go to Ice Spice. At least I think it deserves to. Because Callie, you know, she had one viral song this year that made its way to Billboard because of TikTok. And though it's a big record for her, it is not by far Callie's best record. She got plenty of other records better than that shit. And she didn't really do anything big this year, if you ask me. Like, she didn't capitalize on her moment. I didn't really see no performances from her. She didn't release a project. She wasn't collaborating with any bigger names after the success of Area Codes. Like, I don't feel like she took advantage of her success with that song. So I don't feel like Callie needs to be stamped the Newbie of the Year. And then you got Glorilla. I feel like Glorilla has put in more work, so I can see Glorilla possibly getting this award. But, you know, I honestly feel like it should go to Ice Spice because I feel like she's seen more success than Glorilla this year, and she's been more consistent. She's been on fire all year. She put out a project, had 3 top 10 collaborations. I mean, the brand deals, the endorsements, she booked on damn near every stage. So I feel like it should go to Ice Spice between the 3 of them. Doja Cat and Post Malone's Happier song is the only female rap-related nomination we have in Best Collaborations category, which is crazy when Princess Diana exists. But they nominated Glorilla and Cardi B's Tomorrow 2 for Best Hip Hop. Still no Princess Diana, even though Princess Diana was bigger than Tomorrow 2 numbers-wise. Crazy. They nominated Nicki Super Freaky Girl in that category, which is confusing because, you know, according to the Grammys, Super Freaky Girl was a pop song. Now y'all want to say it's rap. Now, Young Blue and Nicki's song Love in the Way is the only female rap nomination for Best R&B. And then you got Flo Millie's song Conceited and Ice Spice's Princess Diana, the only female rappers nominated in the Push Performance of the Year, which I'm not sure exactly what that is supposed to be, but congrats. MeganTheeStallion song Her is nominated for Best Direction as well as Best Choreography. Child, I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch that video. I never think I saw that video. Anyways, Nicki's Super Freaky Girl was nominated for Best Visual Effects. And lastly, Doja Cat's Attention and Megan's Her was nominated for Best Art Direction. Again, I do not remember her popping off like that. I'm going to have to go back and check that out because I don't see where that's coming from. So let me know what you think about those nominations below. If you feel there was any of the other ladies who were deserving and snubbed or should have not been there as a whole. But you know what I found interesting? I didn't see no put it in the flow, on the flow, whatever. I didn't see no Latto up there. That was a little bit interesting to me. Y'all claim this was her year after that EBT award she got. Interesting. But let me know your thoughts below. So remember, y'all, this is my commentary opinions. Don't get your panties in a wall. I take them out your ass. It's just my thoughts, okay? I'm sorry you had to deal with my raspy, crusty, dusty voice, but I will be over this cold by the time I get ready to do the next video, which won't be 6 days, child. Usually I go no more than 3 or 4 days, but baby, this voice been a little croaky, and it was worse 2 days ago. So, yeah. Y'all don't forget to follow me on my socials at Southern T with 2 A's, and I'll catch you in the next video.